Howdy, folks. Gutbuster here. And we're going to speak to some issues, psychological issues and such today. Because every time I put on these videos, I'm going to narrate a little bit to the discussion that we're having with public officials here in Stone County, Arkansas. Um, I'm going to try to quit saying in my videos. That's why I'm drinking methylene blue. A little Shilajit, a little T3 iodine, atomic defense. Got some stuff from the Alex Jones store. We're not putting a plug in for him, but that's what I'm doing. And this stuff really works. They're also here in Arkansas doing this business. So that's good for the local economy. I previously put up a video with Sheriff Semino who says we live in a fallen world. I have this Semino police officer, Sheriff, again on video now, and I'm going to release this after I do this. No hard feelings to the mayor of Mountain View, Arkansas, Roger Gardner. Because we're putting everything on the table here open so everybody can see. When Prophecy USA is doing a show on the demonic invasion of America, and they're also doing a show about how Moloch and people were delivered through the flame, which would be December, just like this Justin Jarvis sheriff and this power pole guy in December. Delivering you up to be killed for profit, and the temple prostitutes and all these things, which are these people I'm encountering doing these things. And that's how Rick Pearson's addressing this. So we go to the Stone County Sheriff's Department because under advisement of the mayor, we're told to go up there, just pull up and speak to Brandon Long. And in the process of doing so, run into a little jailer standing outside. And I guess he thought I was threatening by telling him to do his job. I wasn't threatening the guy. And everybody knows I'm not threatening the guy when I come in here speaking on behalf of the sheriff people who were killed and the people who are killed, not only here but worldwide and across this state right now, currently. Anybody who's watching these messages are getting more than Fox News or anybody else. Blessed are the peacekeepers, they're children of God. So in the process of doing this, I sit back and write down my phone number and give it to him and drive away. Have some deputy guy watching some inmates do lawn work over there at the county, comes running up, and then he never said nothing to us, but then he went running back over to the inmates he's watching doing the lawn or whatever. Didn't faze me at the time, didn't think nothing of it. So Semino, the sheriff I put on before, who states we live in a fallen world, which to me is a false gospel, comes over here and we start talking, and I film this, and I'm gonna put it up because everything's on the table. And these cameras and these internet people are killing the cable news star. These people profit from sin. Anyway, so in the process of almost negotiating, go speaking to this Sheriff Brandon Long, who we went openly to go see and openly invite him to come here and visit. Because people, and I left him out of it to this point, because people generally said he makes the right decision on some things. Give him the benefit of the doubt. And in the process, this Semino sheriff, Stone County Sheriff, picks up his phone and calls, I think, dispatch. And a lady picks up the phone and she starts screaming. And she's saying, "You tell that guy when he comes on my property to not be threatening my jailer." And she starts going on about this. Number one, we were lied about. Number two, this lady needs a reality check because that is not her property. That is we the people's property. And I know they don't like hearing this because they think they own it and you. They're doing slavery. And though Semino seems to be speaking good, you gotta watch out for seducing spirits too out there. Your government is a cult and they're doing human farming. He starts right there off the bat. Let's go talk to the sheriff, and he's calling in to find out when we can make an appointment to go see him. Right there was a non-starter. You're not going to lie at me for profit. And we have that discussion too, and I'm going to put it up there. And in the process, he starts blaming me. Who did you piss off out here? We didn't piss anybody off. This Don Smith character started this from day one when he did the perk test on our property. My mom surely didn't piss nobody off. She's innocent as hell. And so were the senior citizens in Texas who they shot called suicides and profited from their property. See how they're profiting from sin? How Fox News is profiting from Tyler Robinson? And I already showed you who did that. He also openly states that these people are doing witchcraft. I agree. Um, I've also showed the bias in the court with the comments that the mayor made. And he can get mad or not because I'm a very open person. I have a very open discussion. And we're being steered towards those people that have a rigged decision when Stephen Allen Gill shot a 12-year-old because he's kin to Lance Bonds here, an ex-sheriff. He got acquitted. You see, 12-year-old boy still shot. Random Patriot on YouTube. Forest City, Arkansas. Trip Brazil. Y'all need to see that because it's another example of what they're trying to do here. Little boy runs in the woods and comes out hanging on a rope. And the sheriff chased him into the woods and he came out hanging on a rope, you see. And in that process, this sheriff does a press conference defending that sheriff deputy. Standing there, who you can clearly see through his body language has some type of maybe psychological issue, just like the obsessive compulsive disorders and things that I'm trying to diagnose these people stalking us to do us harm for profit out here are doing. And he starts blaming the public for their actions. And this kid's hanging on a rope. This ain't good, people. Just like Mr. Semino starts blaming the victim. And he starts backtracking on that because I defend myself. He said he would have a discussion with this dispatcher, this female subject. Um, they've been doing this a long time. George Bush did this and killed 3,000 Americans. This is September. Okay. Charlie Kirk, September. Rebecca Gould out here, September. She was killed. To justify doing other people's harms for profit. And I told him before, I told the sheriff, God takes no pleasure in the sins of the wicked, nor does he profit from them. But I see they made a mighty fine business here for themselves. And when Jesus turned over I'll start to speak because they're trying to make me mad to provoke action against me. And when Jesus turned over the change tables, they killed him too. So in the process of going around town here lately, I run into a professional person here. And I show this professional person, we're going to keep this person confidential. I show him this paperwork I have, and this professional I have to keep saying this carefully, proceeds to tell me that there was a woman here in Mountain View, Arkansas, who fled here for her life. And I'm saying this to all y'all who are moving to and fro, like your Bible says. Because Semino says I need to start speaking more like my Bible, and I am now. She states that she went to live with her sister and hide in another location somewhere. Don't know. Didn't ask. Didn't ask the lady's name. The lady seemed disprofessional. The lady hid, and he said it took them 8 months to find her. So apparently they stalked her to her new location. And seeing as how I've been to 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th location, and these people are still up to the same game. And I can show consistency across the board of how they're operating in the same fashion in each place. And these people don't know each other. This is the government doing this. And when the government shuts you out of the FBI and tries to say my mom can come in, but I can't. Whereas I went in 2 times before with no ID. They're doing divide and conquer. They want to separate us so they can try to manipulate my mom to justify doing me some form of harm. Because they know that I am the spokesman for my mom, defend her and her guardian, and she can't defend herself in regards to the education on these matters. So, in effect, they denied me methylene blue, fair and equal rights under the law, deprivation of rights under color of the law, and they denied her too. When we asked these people for help at Galveston County, they did the same divide and conquer and threw me in jail for no reason and let me go scot free. To help the other agency on another unlawful traffic stop where they tried to defame my character by calling me crazy. And if you watch the Unveiling Shadows podcast now with Kimberly Mosby, because we're going to promote people who are doing good things for people, she has a Dr. Lisa Turner on there, and she's speaking to the psychological aspects of these things. Maybe Brandon Long, the sheriff, needs to watch that video and educate his deputies. When I'm hearing these stories from many people out here, of many people being victimized and killed by this government, trying to blame you for the problem that they perpetuated on you, they got a big problem. So the FBI needs a 1983 lawsuit. When I go over to State Troop I and talk to Wes Smithy, and in Roger Gardner's own words, he has a duty and obligation to investigate these things. He lied to me. He's not credible no more. He wrote down my number to appease me, to get me out the door. I knew they weren't going to call me back. And to get the people that were all in State Troop I to quit talking about what we were discussing quite loudly. Uh, Again, conspiracy against rights, deprivation of rights under color of law. A 1983 lawsuit needs to be issued for State Troop I. And now that the jailer and the dispatch, female dispatch, lied about me, it's kind of a no-starter with me speaking with Brandon Long, the sheriff. You need to file a 1983 lawsuit against Stone County, Arkansas now. See how they perpetuated a problem to lure you into a lawsuit to support their industry for a problem they caused to begin with. And in my view, you should, all people out there should file a lawsuit and also file a motion to win by default because these judges are all in on it. They don't have the ability to judge this case. They should just be settling what they should be doing. They're all part of the same club. Tim Weaver and Mike McNeil and Jennifer Buckholz all conspired with the Dateline media to come back and play hero and exploit the Gould family over here. And Rebecca Gould's still dead. The same thing they're doing with us, these tactics. This is war tactics that the U.S. government is doing against citizens and targeting them discriminately because every single thing that's happened to us here was staged, timed, planned, and came to our property to do so as the aggressor and offender in this matter. Brandon Long. I think they're mad because I ran circles around them. They didn't think I was going to be able to. They thought I was going to be their next victim, but I'm not. You'll be killed for your lack of knowledge, Semino. I'm speaking about the Bible here again. And when Judge Jody Carney and Justin Jarvie here start and initiate this ritual on us on 12/15 of, let's see, 25, they need to be brought up on charges. Because this would indeed be another murder ritual that they're doing to my poor mother and me, who already fled the state of Texas to come here to live a normal life. But this group of Freemasons doing witchcraft in the churches, as clearly stated by Mr. Semino, acknowledges this is going on, to deliver you up and kill you for profit. Some people are calling it communism, but when Paul Ryan says it's worse than you think, it's worse than you think. And when I speak, and I was going to leave him out of it, I'm giving him some time and wiggle room, just like I did Brandon Long. Rick Crawford, our U.S. congressman, spoke to their office yesterday, told them, informed them of the situation that's going on out here. We're waiting for them to contact me back because it's election time. We're about to do a campaign against these people. Sarah Sanders, Donald Trump, Erica Kirk, and Fox News, and all these media and podcasters out there. You need to watch my Beltane video before you start going and putting your self worth and profit over doing what's right. Um, they place their faith in a man, a president. I place my faith in God, and you should too. Because Samuel, after all, says we need to start talking biblically here, and we will, because I can start talking about this in terms of Genesis. When the lady shows up here, and then 1 year, 2 days later, the male subject shows up here, both sheriffs at our front gate, speaking to the day and the night of the first day of the night of the second day, Genesis. Um, but when you're looking at these things go on in, say, September, particularly in March, the equinoxes, you're seeing your government, even on the local level, do, quote, the daily sacrifices. And Jesus is supposed to come back to put an end to the daily sacrifices. Gutbusters out here trying to do so, but they're attacking him. Anybody watching these videos, they're getting education that your preachers out here aren't telling you. Because they're too busy profiting from it. The false prophets, the den of thieves, the lovers of lies, the brood of vipers, the synagogue of Satan, those who say they are Jews and are not. This goes the same for a Christian congregation, you see. We didn't come out here to cause nobody any harm. This was intentionally perpetrated upon us and many others. So when you're out there, anywhere in the USA, you need to be just like me in your community and start looking into these murder mystery shows. May 24th, 1994, New World Communications and NBC and Fox News drew an agreement together, and most people don't think that these people are affiliated or together, but they are. Fox News perpetrated the crime of Charlie Kirk view, and now they're profiting from it. These podcasters need to get a grip on what they're doing. They're too obsessed with running their little channel, and I do this for no profit at all, because God don't take pleasure in the sins of the wicked. And when Gerald Wilhelm went and fought them in Dallas court, I suspect the judge there put a kill order on him because the Nacogdoches, Texas police are calling it a professional hit. And it was done at a specific time, just like with these moon phases I'm talking about. And so was the crime against the mother. If you get on change.org and you type in Jan Wilhelm, you'll see a picture of her saying, "Help, the public officials killed me." And they did. It's called Revelation for a reason. Everything's coming out. All their lies, all their sorcery, all their witchcraft, all their murders, done by these tight little groups and these town squares calling insiders and outsiders, inside or outside this witches circle. I bet this dispatcher is going just insane right now because I'm speaking truth to this. And she wants to justify doing me harm by lying, profiting from sin. And when God asks me what I did for him, I'll have something to say. I'm wondering what they're going to say. These are the ones that said, "Turn from me, I never knew you." I'm a fairly reasonable guy. I gave these people a fair chance to explain themselves. I gave them time to resolve the issue, and they didn't do so. So now we're going to have to file about 6 lawsuits, and that's what I'm in the process of doing now. Because I think talk time is over. After 3 years, talk time's over. And when these people spoke to me in this town, very credible people, they can be summoned to court too to testify to this. They were recorded in what they said, and there's a lot of them. And they'll have to speak to it. Some of them know exactly what's going on and are quiet. Some of them know what's going on and they're scared. The Bible says, "Do not fear." I've showed enough courage and fearlessness for most of the people in this county, state even. This message is for all you people out there. All you people watching. Go Buster out.